Greetings! Your keyboard is one part of your computer with which you have a lot of direct contact. Your hands rest on the keyboard and you're pressing the keys all day long to perform many of your interactions with the PC. But despite all that time that you spend with your keyboard, many people settle for whatever keyboard that they can find or the cheapest option available. They don't take into consideration the variety of choices out there. So, what keyboard options are available to you? And how do you know when you found the perfect keyboard for you? So here we have two different keyboards. For the most part, they look very similar. They have the same general layout of keys, and when you press the W key on either of them, you can reasonably be sure that you'll see the letter W on your screen. Beneath the keys, however, these keyboards are quite different. Over here, we have a very common keyboard. This is known as a rubber dome or a rubber membrane keyboard. Underneath all these keys is a rubber membrane with a set of switches. The rubber feels a bit mushy and it wears down and deteriorates over time. This is the most common type of keyboard in use and it is also the cheapest. By comparison, this is a mechanical keyboard. Mechanical keyboards use individual mechanical switches underneath each key. Instead of being mushy like the rubber dome, you get consistent, solid feedback with each key press. For many people, mechanical keyboards feel much better to type on, and that may help you increase your typing speed and accuracy. Mechanical keyboards come with a variety of switches, depending on your preference. Some switches provide tactile feedback by having a click sensation. Some switches provide auditory feedback by having a distinct clicking sound. Some switches have no feedback at all, and some switches have both types. A popular type of mechanical switch is called the cherry switch. These switches come in a variety of colors that signify the type of feedback that the switch provides. This keyboard has a cherry brown switch. These switches don't have an audible click, but they have a tactile click sensation. This is a cherry blue keyboard. Notice that you hear the click on this one, but not on this one. Other popular cherry switches include the cherry red and the cherry black. Neither have an audible or a clicking sensation, but the black switches are a little heavier and stiffer than the red. More mechanical switches include the Alps switches, which are somewhat similar in mechanism to the cherry. There are also buckling spring switches, which use a spring that deforms under pressure and has a loud click. At the high end, expensive keyboards might have the Topre switches, which are considered pseudo-mechanical, since they contain a mechanical switch and a rubber dome. Topre switches are said to be the best of both worlds. They don't have an audible click, but they have tactile feedback and smooth key travel. So by now, you might be asking yourself, how do I find the right keyboard for me? The answer is that there is no perfect keyboard to suit everyone. The type of keyboard that you want depends entirely on what type of feel and feedback you want from each key press. So if you're happy with your rubber dome keyboard, then that's just fine. But we would encourage PC enthusiasts to at least investigate mechanical keyboards and see if they can find a switch they like even better. The best way to know which switch would be right for you is to try them out. If possible, we recommend going to an electronics store and trying out a variety of switches in person before making a selection. Another alternative is to buy a switch tester, such as the WASD 6-key cherry switch tester. This will let you test out each type of switch before deciding which type of keyboard you want to buy. Now let's answer some frequently asked questions about keyboards. Firstly, what do we recommend for gaming? Generally speaking, any keyboard will work for gaming, so it mainly comes down to personal preference. However, many gamers prefer cherry red switches or another soft mechanical switch. If you use a lot of macro keys while gaming, we may recommend a keyboard with extra programmable keys. What do we recommend for typing? Well, the cherry blue keyboards are very popular amongst people who type a lot, and the cherry blue key is the most popular of all cherry switches. Are backlit keyboards better? Backlit keyboards are useful if you plan to use the PC in the dark. They also look cool. What about wireless keyboards? Wireless keyboards may be a little bit more convenient, but they might have input lag, and replacing the batteries is a hassle. If you're using a TV monitor or a home theater PC, you might want a wireless keyboard for the convenience. Are USB keyboards better or worse than keyboards with a PS2 connection? Generally speaking, there isn't a noticeable difference. There's plenty more to learn about keyboards, so hopefully we've given you a window into this wonderful world of mechanical keyboards. If you want to do some additional reading, we've provided links to good resources in our video description below. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment section. And if you want to learn more about PC hardware, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Or don't, it's your choice. Thank you for watching.